It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. The ball is teed up, and with the boots, the NFL postseason has officially begun. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This is Henry on 2nd. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Jackson now on 3rd. That's caught for the first. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll take an option to the right on 1st down. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Lamar now from the gun. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. From the gun, a run for Henry. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Second and 6 coming up here. Sending the tight end in motion left. Completed to Flowers. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. We better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. Charging down the middle, and they block it.
This block right here, it's a product of preparation, effort, and determination. They attacked the soft spot in the line, and one of them was able to will his way through and get to the kick in time. Well done.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Give now to the running back. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Gun. Dodge. 12. Dodge.
Back to the well again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
11 MT. 11. 12. 11 Thomas. Dodge.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Dodge.
They'll run here on 1st down. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Dot.
Burrow from the gun. That throw finds Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Caught him slipping.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play. Here's 2nd and 7. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Hey, report. Hey. No, we changed it.
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. That's cut at the 25. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Middle. Nice shot.
Lamar throwing again. And the defender comes away with it. How about this? I think that's going to be a safety. Talk about a couple of wild twists over the course of just one play. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. 7-2 our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Always hurts to do this. They give up the safety and now have to kick it away. Fielded at the 11. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another run for Henry. Up the sideline, past the 40. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Connects with Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Here's Henry on the option. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On second down, here's Henry again. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackle made by Miles Murphy. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on third down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Give him 3 on that game. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Going to the ground again on first.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Changing it up here, Jackson. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
No connection on the last play, and out third down.
Hey, listen up! Report! Hey!
Here's Jackson to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that trims the lead to just a couple.
Kicker's got to be a little bit like quarterbacks, Kate, every once in a while. When a QB throws a pick, you got to flush it. When a kicker gets one blocked earlier in the game, you got to do the same thing. You got to flush it, trust your fundamentals, and deliver as he just did.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Shot.
Burrow throwing out of the pistol. He's got it at the 30. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals push this to an 8-point game. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
Chase is just unguardable. Big W.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jackson. He put everything he had into this one. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens cut the lead to just a field goal. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
This one is up and good. And the Ravens cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Here's Kavontae Turpin on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30.
11.
That's to his back, Nick Chubb. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make it pay.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
11 mighty.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Hauled in left side. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Bengals looking to add to their advantage. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful
11.
one.
Gun. Stop. 11. Stop.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. Finds his man, Chase. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you get on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Play action now, Burrow. He's taking a shot towards the end zone. They connect on the deep shot. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start the read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
They'll try and punch it in. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals grow their lead just before halftime. Ryland now for the extra point. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ryland now for the extra point. And he sends the point after right through the uprights. And the Bengals push the lead to 2 scores now. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They send a tight end in motion. On first and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to push one deep down the road. Big gain downfield. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Man in motion here. Second and 10 now. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Jackson now on third. Getting out to his left. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. This a 50-yard look from the right hash. Pressure mid, and it's blocked. It's picked up inside the 45.
We could say they picked a great time to block the kick, but let's be honest. Any time is a great time to get through and block one. It really rewards the effort that those special teamers put in each and every time out. It might not always get noticed, but it sure does there. Big time.
Ready?
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10.
11 MT. 11. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. He fires one deep down the middle. It's complete. Oh, my. They left him wide open downfield. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals will add to their lead at the end of the half. Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bengals take a 16-point lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. Throwing now on first down. It's Jackson. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Logan Wilson has it. And the Bengals might be able to get some points late after the interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All set up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Has it at the 7. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Bengals stretch the lead to 23. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
DC ready?
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. He'll throw it. He's on the move. Throwing deep down the near side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. With this kick, we're back underway, a spot in the divisional round on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
On 1, ready?
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. 12, 12, 12. 11, Thomas. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11. Fahad.
Burrow from the gun. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick. And the Ravens will take over after the tackle's made at the 40-yard line. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
Complete Derrick Henry. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Offense up to the line fast. They're running the option, short side. He's within striking distance. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens start the second half with some needed points. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Now the Ravens offense staying put. Look at this. They're going for 2. They'll try it on the ground. And he's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now 11, from the 30.
11, Thomas. Here we go. Side.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost them some yards.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
11 MT, Kate. 11 MT, Kate. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Side.
Burrow to the air now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
11 MT, Kate. 11 MT, Kate. 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 11 MT, 11 MT. Dot.
Third and long for him here. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Dot.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10.
Good set. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Dot.
Another carry for him. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 12, 12, 12. Dot.
Burrow. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
I'm one, ready?
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 11, Thomas. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11. Dot.
Burrow back to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure.
Bang bang Niner gang.
They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60 plus.
At their own 40-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Pass complete to Walker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Raiders.
Running back sent in motion.
Hey, report.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. He's throwing deep to the left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up second down.
Middle.
Throwing again is Lamar. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Dax Hill. And he pays the price for the interception. Big hit brings it into that return.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
On first down, they'll run. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Here we go.
The screen pass falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be third down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
11 mighty. 11.
We send a man in motion.
11.
On third down, here's Burrow. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends the lead to 20.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Chris Jenkins Jr. there on the tackle. Offense in the hurry up here. Here we go. 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Running for it. Here's Henry. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Lamar now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And his pass is going to fall incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He puts some juice on a deep throw. This is caught inside the 15. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
12. Gun.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
11 MT. 12.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It's the Bengals with it, 1 quarter from continuing their postseason run.
One, ready?
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go. 11 MT. 11. 12. 11 Thomas.
Throwing is Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. And that brings up 4th and long. They'll send out the punting unit. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. And plenty of hang time on this one. Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Oh, baby, that was sweet. They popped him before he could even get started on that return.
Imagine running down the field, navigating all those guys that want to block you. You get free, and I'm sure part of these guys on this punt coverage team, Kate, are wondering, was he going to wave his hand? Is it going to be a fair catch? Was it all for naught? No, it was not. And they get a chance to lay the wood, and they deliver.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Back-to-back carries here. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
11.
They give it to him again. Space to the left. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, Well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
11, 11, 11, 11. Got.
The give here on second. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
11, 11, 11. Got.
Now Burrow. This throw is cut. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On 1, ready?
4th and 3, drive on
11,
the line.
11, 11. Here we go. Got.
Trying for it with Burrow. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Certainly looking for that nail in the coffin, the knockout punch, a touchdown, and 3-possession lead that could put this one out of reach. Hey, it's a luxury they could afford to take in that spot. Built himself up a little buffer here, Kate. It's never over till it's over.
Hey, Ozzy, Ozzy, sit up. Hey, shot. Go.
Motioning the tight end now.
Hey, hey. Report, report. You. Hey, shot.
1st down, here's Lamar. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So that brings up 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Return it. Sit up.
2nd down, Jackson to pass. Escapes the pocket. Down the run right, throwing deep down the side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Hey, shot.
From the gun, Jackson. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Sit up. Hey, hey, shot. Hey, hey, shot.
Lamar throwing again. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Going ground on 1st and goal. Crosses the goal line for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals have likely locked up the win right there. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, report. Report. It's not.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's going deep this time. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Lamar off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh no, they get him yet again! DJ Turner comes up with it. And the Bengals have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4? He probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Back to the well again. And he's brought down after getting this up across the 15. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
That one's out and cut on the right side. Here he goes again. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
11, Thomas.
That's good.
Get set.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he has 7 on that run as we're down to the 2-minute warning.